Please sit comfortably, aligned and relaxed. Have a little time with arranging your body as needed and settle yourself into the moment. There's a little bit of axial extension in the spine. So that just means tall spine. Finding the foundation of the spine, the sitting bones, the seat, and then the low back lengthens up and in towards the body, the upper back, let the shoulders and rib cage rest. Your neck has a forward curve as well as the low back, and the head balances on top. Gaze falls down and centered. This is not looking at your nose. I feel a meditative quality as soon as I come in, but I don't know where that separates from like the practice of doing it. So just let it be gentle for your eyes. It has a calming effect on the nervous system. The default gaze. Try it a breath with your eyes closed as well. Bringing that mental steadiness to the practice. And then there's your breath with the eyes still closed, gazing down. Feel your nose as you breathe. Use your nose for the breath. Feel the breath travel in and out of the body a few times. One more time when you're ready. Breathe in slowly, exploring a sense of gentle fullness. Slow down your exhale and find the awakening of your lowest belly with that breath out. Bring up your arms and move your hands and wrists and fingers for a moment without looking at them. Just feel the joints, all those joints and bones. Wrists, back and forth, circles. And then press down into the legs, lift your face, breathe in an energetic upreach, open, stretch. Exhale, hands together and down. Guide them into the center of your chest and lift that skin just a little bit at the sternum, and it draws the shoulder blades together and down the back. Again, breathing in. One more time. Relax your arms. Stay for a moment. Inhale, open your eyes and reach up your arms with your core strength. Turn to the left side into easy pose twist. You can do the thumb gaze with the back arm reaching back, opens across the shoulder. Hold on to your knee for support. Do a little side gaze at your thumb or towards it so you can move your thumb. Don't strain your eyes with these practices, but find a way to gently use the muscles of the eyes. Back to center, breathing in. Breathing out to the other side, core strength. Feel yourself turn your torso and come down to the knee. Hand behind could be on the floor, or do the thumb gaze twist on the other side. One. It's nice to bring balance into the body whilst taking care of yourself. We'll make compassionate choices that meet the moment. One more cycle of breath, breathing in and breathing out. Follow the inhale, ground into your legs, reach up. Exhale, heart lifting pose. Bring yourself back on your mat, stretch out your legs, point your toes. Hands behind, fingers can be forward or spinning outward. The sun's so bright that it's putting me in shadow, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know what else to do. I guess I could move into the sun. Bring my hands in behind me comfortably to lift up the chest. Open your front body a bit here. Point your toes. Lift your face. The gaze goes down and centered anytime we do back bending like this. 3, 4, activate, energize. Stretch your front body open. And exhale, release forward and upright again. And bring yourself into garland pose, Malasana. So you can bring your hips to your feet or your feet to your hips, widen the knees. Hold on. Stay or slowly come forward with your torso, because you're really lengthening in the low back. So take your time, find a sweet amount of that work, then bring your hands to the ground or together. Bring your head down as well. 1, 2, one of the consolidating poses of the practice. One more time. Breathe out. And release. Please make your way to your feet. So you can come over your feet as one choice, into your hands and maybe into a downward dog. I'm not gonna tell you how to come up, but find your way there, transition, take a little time. So we practice lots of mindful standing and coming up and down off the floor so that when we do it in life, we are practiced at it. Arriving in the front of your mat. 3 sun salutation A's today. Exhale, awaken the low belly. Just an energetic awareness and tone. Inhale, lift your arms, let your ribs come up, let your face lift. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, bring your hands down where they come and your body towards your legs. Straighten your spine and your arms, half lift pose, the belly's strong. Bring your hands down, right leg, left leg, plank. 2, maybe the knees are down, press the hands. 3, wide belt around the waist idea, thighs firm, use your whole body. 5, knees down, release your toes. Straighten your arms, pelvis forward, lift the ribs, gaze down, upward dog from the knees. Go through the knees back into downward facing dog. Make any refinements you need to make. Broad shoulders and chest, head down, hips up and back, legs firm. The focus is at the low belly. Nabi drishti, navel gazing. Breathing deeply, 5 cycles. One more time. Exhale. With your right leg, start walking forward for half lift pose. Inhaling. Exhale, fold towards your legs. Inhale, stand. It's a journey. Reach and exhale, bring your arms down. Flow to the next one. 1, reach up. 2, reach down. Horizon gaze 3. Suspend the breath a moment, left leg back, right leg back, plank. 2, 3, calmly doing challenging things. 4, 5. Upward dog, you can flip your feet from here or come to your knees like we did in the first one. Stretch your front body, gaze down, strong belly. Hips up, step in, press your hands, downward dog. 1, 2, head down. One more breath. So try to really be all the way back in your legs as much as you can on that exhale. Then let the knees soften and step with your left foot first to come forward and find half lift, inhaling there. Exhale, fold towards your legs. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, standing tall, and cross your hands, flow into one more. Breathe in. There's a lot of expression you can do with your hands. Just let them come where they come in the poses. Halfway lift, I bring my hands up as I lengthen my spine. Exhale, your choice of which leg you use to go back, or you can jump if it's in your practice. Upward facing dog. I know I'm leaving out the chaturangas. You could add them if you really wanted to. Downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. More accessible, I think, is the jumping forward. If you'd like to try it, bend your knees deeply, look between your hands, and feel the power of your legs. Give a little hop, maybe another one, and then straighten, breathe out, and fold in. Stand up with good body mechanics for yourself, and then exhale, bring yourself down into mountain. For 2, feel the energy of the sun greeting practice. You try to learn those 10 poses. You can practice it on your own if you like. Exhale. Utkatasana, or Utkatasana, there it is. Hips down and back into the chair. Victory arms, thumbs lead the way. 1. Spread feet. 2. Hips reach down and back. Maybe challenge that lowness a little bit. 4. 5. Press your feet, straighten your legs, and release. Crescent lunge, step back with the left leg first. Step back to the ball of your foot and bring up your arms. So we've been doing this one pretty regularly, but we need to take a little time to come in. That's fine. Knee over the ankle on the front leg. Arms up. 1. Hold it steady. 2. Just on the ball of the back foot. 3. 4. And this is part of our seasonal practice, the kick out from the back. 5. Lean forward, bring your arms down. Press your front leg straight, bring the back leg through, and exhale, open mouth, ha, other side. So with practice, we can learn to step right into the pose, or at least generally get there. Take a moment with any refinements, and then breathe, holding it steady today. the root of your front big toe working a lot to help stabilize that front leg. One more. Kick it out, open mouth exhale. Release. The warrior, triple warrior vinyasa. Right leg back, warrior A. The stance is slightly shorter for this energy medicine practice. Bring out your front knee as usual. It's a comfortable warrior A stance. Bring your arms forward, keeping your shoulders in your body. Then taking the right arm, like you're going to get a quiver or bow, an arrow out of your quiver behind you. So this is a bow and arrow visualization. Touching the back of the head works, maybe down lower. Hold steady, 1, 2. So you're choosing an arrow. You could choose an intention. It's a good time of year for intention. And then bring the hands together once again. The transition to B is pulling that right hand back, and you bring fists to both hands, stretching back, turn the back foot out. So come to warrior B, side facing. Gaze forward again, hold your bow. By squeezing the hands, activating the upper body muscles. Aiming too. And C, so we're going to need a lot of concentration. Release your hands, bring them forward, face forward, lift the back leg. Just do your best, try to do a one leg stance or back toes on the floor. Follow through pose. 3, 4, do your best, one more time. Try to come down slowly if you can. That builds a lot of stability. Resist coming down, resist as long as you can, and then come down. Other side, triple warrior vinyasa. A. Arms forward. Reach for the arrow. Gesture. 1, 2. Just comfortably behind. Work with your proportions. 3, 5. Bring the hands together again. Fists. Pull back the bow as you switch to B variation, turning the foot to the side and the head towards the front. Gentle squeezing in the hands. And 5. See the follow through. So it's a giant transition in the body, feels like, to face forward, lift the leg, send the hands forward, do your best. 1, 2, reach out if you can, or hold your waist, whatever you need to do. 3, 4, lengthen your body into the shape. And 5, the resisting of the coming down. Be creative, do a little dance, and land, settle. Come to the left side of your mat. Now Utthita Konasana, turning out the toes for the plie squat of fierce angle pose, coming down the center line, knees track towards the middle toes. Challenge the lowness a bit today. Dance the fingers, float the elbows. 1. Find a steady gazing point down in front of you on the floor. Out a ways. And 5. To come up, press your feet. Squeeze your glutes at the end. Bring your heels out. Bend your right knee. So parallel feet, parallel to the short sides of the mat. Hip, knees, and toes all track in the same direction. Lateral lunge. You're really pressing down into that foot. Stretching the mat between your feet, kind of energy. spine long. One more time. Press your legs straight, find center. Exhale, bend your knee on the other side. Same idea, that really loading up that bent knee side. Stretch the mat between your feet. One more breath. Inhale, coming up all the way. Exhale, wide standing forward fold. Slide your hands down your legs for your ankles or your big toes. You may bend your knees, of course. Elbows wide, shoulders up, head down. We're using the hands in this version to bring ourselves into the fold. There's that energetic tone in the low belly that supports the back here. Notice the strength of this pose for a moment. Balance, strength, stability, groundedness. Exhale. Coming up, slide your hands back up your legs as you go up slowly. Set your shoulders, breathe out. Turn out your right leg to the front of your mat for extended side angle pose. So side facing, like warrior B. If you want to come from warrior B, lean and reach. Gaze out the tops of your eyes a bit towards that reaching hand. One. Strong connection with your back foot and your brain. You feel it back there. One more time. Lengthening the top side of the body with strength. Strength here as you come up the leg, the core. Turn, bend, lean out slowly as you're ready. So you want to go slowly so you know when enough has happened in your body. Gaze out the tops of your eyes gently towards your hand. Gather the fingers, helps keep the energy. Four, one more cycle of breath. Strength as you come out of the pose. Up and out. Star pose, stretch, inhale. Exhale, arms down. Bring yourself out of the pose. Standing twist, Shiva's pose, one of the dancing poses. A moment to prepare. Lifting your right foot off the floor, float up your knee if you can, or keep your toes down. Elbows float up as well, like in Goddess. Now the floating knee comes across the body. We're doing a standing twist. A little bit across, and then the upper body goes the other way. One, do your best. A little less linear than some of the other shapes. Room for a little expression. Breathe out once more. Untwist and settle into center. The other side, prepare your standing foot. Find that sweet angle of your heel that is the most stable. Float the knee across, arms. Find a turn. So we're going across one way with the lower body, upper body other. Plenty to concentrate on. A little free expression. Make your way back to center. Release. Standing easy wide. Creating loose fists with your hands, very loose. Just curl in your fingers a bit. Things are soft. Let your wrists move. We'll do our prana, packing the prana into the tissues of the body practice. So up the inseam of one of your arms, gently, gently knocking. Be light, be friendly down the outside. Little thumps. Feel the energy. This idea of storing the vital energy deep into our tissues. The other arm 3 times up the inseam. Just thump a few times up and down the outside. Up in. Just be curious if this is new. If you love this, let me know. I think it feels really cool. I already lost count. Okay. So then we go with both hands. Chest, avoid your breast tissue. Cover as much of the surface of your torso as you can, the upper part, and then come to the belly. Do some circles towards the left side. So I'm not mirroring this. I'm going to my left. A circle your belly to the left a few times. Then back to the thumps, front pelvis. Try to cover the surface. Loving, get into your thighs. Inside and outside edges a bit too. Legs are strong. You can thump pretty hard on your legs. Avoid your bones. Lower legs, pretty bony. Just find a little space on either side of the shins and then brush your feet a few times away. Sweep your feet and come to the back of your body for going up. Thump, thump, thump on the calf muscles. It's cool coordination, trying to do both hands and coordinate the action. Work your way up the backs of your legs, your seat. Then step your feet close. Hold your pranic center, your belly, for a moment. Stand softly, feel your energy. One more time. Release. Front section of the mat. Inhale, sky. Exhale, earth. Inhale, horizon. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, puppy. Bring your knees down. Sit back, stretch your soles, elbows up, head down. And 5. Pigeon pose from 3-leg dog, or lie on your back and do figure 4 if pigeon doesn't work for you. Lift up to down dog. Bring your right leg up into the air behind you. Then bring your knee towards your nose and then between your hands. Keep your knee joint folded. Unless you know you can open that hinge, use your arms and slide your back leg straight back. Listen to your low back. Find tone in your low belly. So your right heel is in front of your left hip-ish. Maybe you can come down towards the ground slowly. Walk yourself down. Practice compassion with your body. This is compassion in action here. Find the place where you can do the work. 4 more breaths. Relax your eyes. One more time. Making your way back to the three-legged dog. Find the power position for your hands to straighten your arms, tuck under your back toes, lift up and back, and then have some free hip movement to release that shape. Give your hip joint a little space and movement. Find your center. Then the other side, lift the leg back and then bring it through. So you shift into plank. It's like you're bringing your knee towards your nose and then bring it to the ground. Control this coming in with your arms, mindfulness. Hello to this side. Hello there. Come on out and down. Relax your neck. Be aware of your belly and your pelvic floor. We want to lightly use the bandhas, the subtle core. So with the eyes closed, you can tap into that gathering in and up into the body. Only the effort needed. Another slow breath to let go and soften into the shape. And find your power position with your hands. So you can hoist yourself, tuck under your back toes, reversing back into the three-legged dog. I'm gonna need to reset my feet before I go up there. So take care of yourself and just let this hip feel good with your movement choices or find a sweet spot. Return to facing the floor. Breathe one more time. Child's pose. Always nice to include this in the practice on our way to winding down. We're continuing the process of winding down. Tuck yourself into your favorite child's pose. Knees close or wide, arms relaxed. Slow breathing. One more time. When you're ready to breathe in, inhale maybe a 6, 7 count. And exhale a similar amount of time. Cow spine. Slowly rise, extend. Cat spine, flex and hold for 5. Tail down, chin down. Breath along the sides of the spine, stretching your back muscles. Then lightly lower your belly, lift your tail, and bring your face forward. Inhale and neutral. Coming to the back of your body. Please come and sit down. And then if you need to add any clothing or have a sip, you can do that before you lie down. Come on back as you're ready. And also, as you're ready, come to a bridge for a moment. It's a nice way to open up front body, fronts of the hips. Just a self-care style bridge, which could mean your hips are down if you really wanted to. Leave them down. Finding that strength to press up. And then lowering your spine down carefully, thoughtfully. This is mobility of the spine opportunity. And release to the ground, long neck. Invite your right leg in towards your chest, the left one We'll stretch out in a moment, but first the knee in, and then slowly stretch the left leg out, pointing the toes. Try to hold comfortably onto your shin with just the effort needed. Adding some ankle work on the right leg. Let your eyes rest. You don't need them to see what you're doing here. Use your other abilities to sense. Finish the ankle with the ankle pump up and down. And then guiding that leg into figure four pose, bringing the other one in to come underneath. Restful. Finding lots of sukha, lots of sweetness in your practice. Breathing out. The navel naturally sinks there, and it supports this switch and this movement. Legs are heavy. So learning to have that low center awareness and strength, use it to help you lift your leg. Bring it in. Stretch the other leg out gradually, toes point. Add ankle practices. Move your bones and joints, your feet. A few ankle pumps. Breathe out, be still. Bring the other leg in, so both legs are in. And as an inverted pose today, happy baby. So if you wanted to do a different one, you could do that for, let's give it about 10 cycles of breath. Feet in the air in some way. With a calming intention behind it. Slow the breath down. Keep your efforts easeful. Your eyes relaxed. Feel the blood in your feet. Feel the energy and sensation shift as it has this opportunity to move towards the heart and return. Twice more. Breathe. Bring your legs out. Down slowly. A slow bridge up as a counter movement. And a chance to align and center your spine as you come out to resting pose. We'll come out of resting with a twist. If you'd like, bring your hands to your skull and lift your head a little bit and hold your skull, gently traction your head away from the rest of your spine to bring it down with a nice long neck and the shoulders down into the ground, the arms soft and open. Engage and release your belly and pelvic floor a couple of times. And stay with the release. Soften your hips in their sockets and allow the legs to rest. An out breath through the mouth to release the rhythmic nose breathing. That can be repeated. Breathing naturally as you rest. I found a white stone on the beach, inlaid with a blue-green road I could not follow. All night I'd slept in fits and starts, my only memory, the in out of the tide. And then morning, and then a walk, the white stone beckoning, glinting in the sun. I felt its calm power as I held it, and wished a wish I cannot tell. It fit in my hand like a hand gently holding my hand through a sleepless night. A stone, so like, so unlike all the others, it could only be mine. The wordless white stone of my life. Inviting your body into its favorite lying twist, letting your knees come in and go off to one side, or creating the shape that feels good in your body. So we did a standing twist today. Think of that as Shiva's pose as you bring legs one way, head the other, gentle breathing. And to the other side, core strength to switch over to the other side. I think once we become aware that we're using core strength for things, that we can be conscious of it and intentional about it, to recognize the subtleties. Release your breath slowly another time. Naturally awakens the belly. Go over to either side or rocking up to seated. Just make your way there. Enjoy the journey of finding your way back to Sukhasana or Vajrasana, where you sit on your heels, little thunderbolt boat pose. That's the idea of being settled, to have calm energy, resources, and taking care of your body, your heart, whatever you're grateful for. Thanks for joining me for Yoga Express. It was a pleasure, always is. Glad you we're all found your way back to the meeting. We all went back to start and did it over again. So it worked.
Thanks.